on and securing that. Nice job pulling that. We know it was pretty tough reach there.
Yeah, we should have caught that earlier.
Copy, Dan, thanks, and we'll have John get 3 latches when he closes the soap lid as well.
Okay, the strap is secure. Yes, 3 latches going for my fair lead.
Copy the 3 latches and fair lead coming.
How you doing, Drew?
I'm doing good. I'm right over the top of you, just hanging out.
Thanks for being patient.
Ratchet's ready.
2 out of spot daylight.
John Grunsfeld now closing the protective enclosure lid. Now that he's retrieved the torque limiter, he'll head back up to hand that to Drew Feustel so he can free the bolt that's securing the ground strap to the wide field planetary camera 2. He noted that the strap was not able to be reconnected after he freed that tool, but that's no issue as they elected to tell him to bring that tool back inside the airlock at the conclusion of the EVA anyway.
B4.
Okay, John, those handrails look good though, huh?
Yep, they do.
Nice work on digging that thing out of the soap.
Thanks. And Matt, there is grease all over the bolt. On minus V2. Oozing out of the pivot nut.
Copy, minus V2 side looks like it's still lubed, huh?
Yep. So keep your fingers away, Drew.
Roger.
Just felt a seam stretch out in my arm. Good or bad? Nothing. It just surprised me a little. Okay, put it on my right side swing arm. I see that. What I'm going to do is put my waist tether on the Hubble. And I will hand it to you, and you can just keep it tethered.
Okay, or you put it right on this or not. I don't know if you'll reach.
I'll just hand it to you. I've only got one hand.
I got it.
Okay, but when you keep it on the tether to install it, you don't mind? But do what you want.
Okay, I'm going to hand this back to you.
Okay? I just don't trust those things.
I'm holding on to it.
Okay?
I've got it as well.
And John Grunsfeld now has handed the multi-setting torque limiter over to Drew Feustel. This will be able to apply a little bit more pressure torque to the ground strap bolt on the WIFPIC 2 grounding strap. You see the WIFPIC 2 there in this view from John Grunsfeld. Drew Feustel just off to the right on the end of the shuttle's robotic arm and a foot restraint.
Okay, good pull test on all components on the ratchet.
Can't see that. Good job.
Fill in the pin.
Alrighty, let's try this again. my muscles a little bit. All right, Mass, I think we're back.
Okay, I see it set to 45. All right, let's try to get that half turn.
Megan, ready to move back towards the telescope. I'll take 2 feet.
2 feet towards the telescope.
Yep, and I see about 7 from the boot plate.
7 feet from the boot plate, thanks.
About 5 feet.
How's that look, Drew?
It looks good. Let me give it a try. I may have you come in stand by. Okay, good angle. I'm going to come over to watch. Okay, I'm engaged on the bolt. Okay, I can see that. There we go. There's nothing yet. No turning. Yes, the MTL is slipping.
Copy, John. I see our next is to remove the CMPL and try it without an MPL at all. Houston, Atlantis, if you heard my last, you concur with that step 2?
Mass, we're talking. Hang on.
Mass, I put in 3 attempts. Probably got about 3 MTL slips on each attempt and see no motion on the A-latch bolt.
Copy.
Go ahead and put it in there if you would.
Atlantis, Houston, just to help us out, can you just double check one more time that the MTL was in 45?
We'll have them do that.
I see 45. I see 45.
That's confirmed, Dan. 45.
Mass, we copy that. In that case, we're with you in step 2, removing the CMTL.
Okay. You can remove the CMPL from the ratchet, and we'll try without an MPL.
Okay, Megan, 2 feet away, please.
2 feet from the telescope.
So increasing the torque up to 45 inch-pounds, that was not able to release the bolt either. So the next step will be to remove the multi-setting torque limiter completely from the ratchet tool and apply a little more force without any limiter.
The A-latch tool. Good. So if the ground is thinking maybe we can either try the other A-latch tool, or if there's any difference between this snout and the short adjustable.
John, you're talking about the extension?
Yeah, the extension.
So you're thinking about, you were suggesting maybe trying a different socket before we go to this next step?
No, I think the next step's a good one, but while folks are thinking, just in case this doesn't work.
The failure torque on that, on the latch, John, is 57.1.
Don't exceed 57.1, Drew. Well, okay. So how hard do you want me to turn? 56. Well, see how it goes.
Let's give it your best try.
Atlantis, Houston, we were listening to John's discussion, and we agree with all he said. We have used the short adjustable in the past. You probably know this, but it's in the airlock, and we agree that step 2 right now is our next best action.
Okay, Dan, we'll go with step 2 and see what happens.
And the item that they're working with is the grounding strap on the wide field planetary camera, not the bolts that hold the camera to the telescope itself. So this issue only deals with the grounding strap itself, and there are workarounds, further workarounds, if the grounding strap cannot be removed. This is simply a safety precaution to remove the ground strap before doing any further work removing the instrument.
The gate. All right. Maybe the gate on the large truck, will that go through? Yeah, I was going to just try to get this one off of the top here. Use that one? Yeah, good idea. Get to. Although I think the only one that will go through is the one that you put through. No, I guess that'll hold it. Okay. I'm going to lock it off.
Atlantis Houston, for best use of time, we would offer up, if John is interested and available, he could go to the airlock and retrieve the short adjustable so we have that handy while Drew completes the config.
Copy, Houston. John, do you want to stay there for now? The short adjustable, the snout is the same, right? Were you thinking?
Yeah, the snout is the same. I guess before we break the A-latch, which is a game-ending activity, so we ought to try that short adjustable. So maybe Drew can load it up to what he thinks is a little more than what the 45 was. While I go get the... I mean, it's hard. 45 to 56 isn't much different. I really defer to you and the ground mass. I'm happy to go and get it.
Atlantis Houston.
Copy, John. I was just wondering if you might want to stay by with Drew as he tries this. He's almost done with the reconfig of the tool.
He is done.
Yeah, Atlantis Houston, we've been talking and listening to your discussions on this as well, and we think that John's plan, his suggestion to go get the short adjustable, is probably a good one, and maybe that would be the best next action vice going immediately to step 2, given that we don't have any good positive indication of that failure torque as we approach it.
Okay, Dan, so we're not going to do step 2. We're going to have John go get the short adjustable. And we will have Drew, I guess we'll use the contingency MTL again.
It'll take me just a couple of minutes. Okay. I'm the free floater.
Take your time.
Take your time, John.
But Dan, just to be clear, we're going to retry with the short adjustable and the contingency MTL set at 45. Is that right?
Atlantis Houston, that is a good plan. That's what we were just discussing, Mass. We think short adjustable with contingency MTL is probably the best next action.
Very smart. Okay, Drew, so you can, I don't know where you are with the reconfig, but you can keep the contingency MTL on the tool, remove the A-latch socket, and we will have John fetch the short adjustable. He's on his way now.
Getting a lot of practice at this. I'll have to put it back on.
A lot of pull tests.
Yeah, one of the more fun things to do. That's right. Yeah. And Matt, just to remind me, that's on the O-tether on the fish stringer?
We'll check, John.
Thank you. You got a lot of time.
John, it is on the fish stringer. Well, of course, we do have the long adjustable out on the tool stanchion, but the snout isn't going to be too short. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah, this will only work with this FGS handhold.
Right.
I think. Isn't that right?
You talking about the size of the end of the extension?
Yeah, the length of it. Total length. Yeah, I think you may be okay. On the wide field handhold, you won't. All right. Yeah, that's what I meant. Only okay with the FGS handhold. Yeah, I think that's correct.
Yeah, Drew, we're talking about the length of the snout.
Right now, we're talking about the total length of the socket. Yeah, but you're right, Matt. The short has the long snout, and the long has the short snout.
Right, and you need the long stem. And the short adjustable in order to work.
Right. Yep. talking the same. Kind of a who's on first thing.
Got it. We're all on the same page.
Ben, it's Houston for EVA. Mass, we're thinking John might want to pick up the entire socket caddy and bring it with him, give them more stowage locations if you have more objects to deal with out there.
Okay, thanks, Dan. And John, that short adjustable is on a socket caddy, so you could take the whole thing.
I'll take the whole socket caddy. Okay, Mass, the contingency MTL is back on the ratchet, and I'll stand by for the short adjustable.
Okay, Drew, thanks.
John Grunsfeld headed down to the airlock to retrieve a short adjustable ratchet to assist with breaking the torque on the grounding strap bolt, which has been a little troublesome in releasing.
Alrighty, Mass, I'm at the airlock. Opening the thermal cover, I'll check before I go in.
Copy, John.
Don't see anything floating. Heading in. Wasn't quite as early as I expected to see the airlock.
That's okay, we're doing fine.
Hey, Matt, come to the window.
Atlantis moving into an orbital sunrise as it just crossed the equator to begin the 45th orbit of its mission, tracking northeasterly toward the coastline of Mexico, just south of Acapulco.
Yes, I've got the caddy, the short adjustable, on my mini workstation, tethered, small, and the rest of the items in the tool bag still look secure.
Great job, John.
Heading back out.
Copy.
Everything looks secure. Thermal covers coming closed. Thermal covers closed. Heading back.
Copy, John.
Matt.
True.
The lighting's better now.
How's that view, Drew?
John Grunsfeld now has retrieved a short adjustable ratchet now, and he is on his way. That was in the airlock, and now he's on his way back up to the work site to join Drew Feustel for another attempt to release the grounding strap bolt on the Wide Field Planetary Camera 2. Feustel awaiting Grunsfeld's return, looking now from his point of view down into Atlantis' payload bay as John Grunsfeld makes his way along the left side of the orbiter, now across the orbital replacement unit carrier.
On my way, Drew.
Hey, John. Got some nice views of you there.
Thanks.
Okay, so I got the contingency MTL on the ratchet, and I see the sort of just coming.
Okay. A little uncomfortable.
You want me to come closer to you?
You come closer to me.
Megan, could you move me, let's say 3 feet closer to you, John, so it's going to be aft and starboard at the same time?
Okay, Drew, I copy 3 feet towards John.
Yep. You want me to take the whole thing, John?
Yeah. If I get to the wide field, and
We're coming in.
handhold,
We're coming in. You can stop. Got a tether. There's
okay, thanks.
Okay, Megan, stop motion.
Listen, stop.
Thank you, Drew. Yep. caddy is on the tool board.
Copy.
Socket swap with a good pull test.
Copy. Okay, guys, let's see if we get some better luck this time.
Okay, Megan, if we could move back to the right, like about 2 feet.
Drew Feustel now has reconfigured his ratchet tool with the
Andrew, just
short adjustable ratchet that John Grunsfeld retrieved from the airlock.
you've got that contingency MTL set to 45.
I see 45 and I'm counterclockwise.
All right, buddy. Let's try for that 1/2 turn on that A-latch.
And Atlantis Houston, one other thing to offer up, I know you're very well aware of it already, but since we just swapped out the tool, as a reminder, we want to make sure we fully seat the socket to ensure we engage the anti-rotation pawls.
Roger, Houston.
Thanks, Dan. We copy.
Megan, stop.
Okay, and we're going to have to get a little closer this time, but let's start moving in. I'm guessing 3 feet, and I see 5 to 6 at the boot plate.
Okay, coming in 3 feet, 5 feet of clearance.
Andrew and John, I think you responded, but just to double check, you heard Dan's suggestion from the ground?
Yep. Copy, Mass.
Okay, great.
Andrew, is there any chance that those are maybe not separating and we're feeling it bottom out, or they separate? It could be, but why would the MTL split? I guess it was just to hold it. Yeah, that should hold it. So yeah. All right. I'll look behind the, I guess you can see it too. I'll look behind the MLI blanket and make sure it looks like it. No, we won't be able to see that. It's so deep. I'll look for the insertion when you first hit it, and then it should go in another 1/4 inch. Yeah. Okay, let's stop here, Megan.
Motion stop.
Yeah. That's all the way in. Okay, you felt that? I saw it going. Yeah. Okay. So, Mass, here we go.
Go get him.
Slipping. They're not slipping. Yeah, it is still slipping. John, do you want to feel it and see if you think it's in all the way? I mean, it's, yeah, if you hold me. Just got to watch the big set Star Trek. It's going to back off a little bit. I'm going to grab your swing arm here. Okay. And get some control of you. I'll keep your feet away. I mean, any farther and it won't go in because... Can you back out about 1 foot? And Megan, out 1 foot, please. Any farther in...
Out 1 foot.
It won't go in because of the right diameter, right? So it's... Well, this will go almost all the way in. Right there. Yeah, that's it. That's where I had it. I can try again right there. No, you had it right.
Stop.
You can let go of me. Letting go. Okay, you have the tool? I've got the tool. I'm backing off. I'd like to give it one more turn here. Megan, can you take me back in 1 foot?
In 1 foot.
Good motion.
Motion stopped.
I think it's just flipping. Yep. Okay, math, it's still flipping.
Okay, buddy. Hey, that was a great try, though. I really appreciate you guys working so hard out there. The next step we have is to remove the contingency MTL and just try it with the straight ratchet.
Planet Houston, one other suggestion before we go to that next step. We'd like to leave the contingency MTL in place, take the ratchet to clockwise, and just see if we can break potential stiction in the latch in the clockwise direction first.
Dan, that sounds like a great idea.
Copy.
And Dan, you want the MTL still left at 45, is that right?
Yeah, that's a firm mass with the MTL at 45.
Drew Foystel again showing that the ratchet tool is slipping at the 45 inch-pound setting. Now he's going to, the belief is maybe rotating counterclockwise may loosen it up a little more in the opposite direction.
Back in. It's on.
This is the latching bolt for the Wide Field Planetary Camera 2 to release that camera from the telescope.
Okay, give it 3 flips of the MTL in clockwise mode.
Copy, Drew, and Houston, Atlantis, for this script sheet, Drew gave it a good attempt.
We're handing over, back with you on the other side.
Okay, counterclockwise, what you want next? So, Matt, I flipped it in Titan mode, and I'm wondering if Houston wants me to go now clockwise to try flip again.
That's what I'm trying to check. Stand by. With no problem with the ground. Just stand by, Drew. We'll check with him.
Matt?
Yeah, John.
You want me to go install the cover?
The A10?
Yeah.
Sure, if you like.
Okay.
Planet Houston, back with you after a handover. And if you were asking, we agree that back to counterclockwise with the MTL at 45 would be the next.
Copy, Dan. We just wanted to make sure we were on the same page with you with this. Drew gave it a few attempts in the clockwise direction, and he got 3 MTL flips. And so now we're going to go to loosen mode and give it another try. And in the meantime, John's looking at the A10 cover.
We copy all, and we agree with the plan for John on the Bay 10 cover as well.
Okay, Drew.
Okay, Matt, I'm working it. Try to make sure I'm in the fully engaged in the release jaws here. There you go. only flipping. Flipping the MTL.
Copy, counterclockwise 45.
Affirmative.
Drew, or John, do you have any other suggestions before we check with Houston?
I'm afraid I don't. I'm out.
Houston, Atlantis, I guess we're looking at step 2 in the crib sheet on 16-4 for block 5.
Mass, we copy, and we agree. We see in step 2 in block 5.
Okay, Drew, what you'll want to do is remove the CMTL, and we'll try with the ratchet only.
Okay, and Megan, if you could take me away from the telescope 2 feet.
Away 2 feet. Motion stop.
Thank you.
This is Mission Control Houston, 1 hour, 49 minutes into the spacewalk. Drew Feustel has now going to remove the multi-setting torque limiter from the ratchet tool and then try again with a little bit more elbow grease without the torque limiter installed to release the latching bolt for the wide field planetary camera 2. Just to correct something, the grounding strap has been removed. This is the bolt that secures the science instrument to the telescope. In the meantime, John Grunsfeld is off performing a task over on Bay 10, which is where the Science Instrument Command and Data Handling System is located. That's the second task of the day. That SICNDH unit will be removed and replaced with a new unit that was brought up aboard Atlantis. He's going to install a thermal cover on that in that work site area ahead of the task, which is scheduled later in the EVA. And Drew Feustel is reconfiguring his ratchet tool now to attempt once again to release the latching bolt for the wide field planetary camera.
Houston, Atlantis for EVA.
Go ahead for EVA.
You know, Dan, I'm just kind of searching to figure out what it might be, and I'm wondering, that blind main interface, Drew didn't get the full 5.5 turns. He got a red light on his PTT. Do you think that might have anything to do with what's going on now?
Mass, we've talked about that, and we are happy that the 4.5 turns, I guess, that you saw, that's within the expected range, and the red light for the low torque is expected in that direction. So we're thinking that there wasn't a problem with that.
Okay, thanks, Dan.
Okay, the contingency MTL is removed on a tether, and I've got the short socket on with directly on the ratchet. Good pull through.
Okay, Drew, let's give the A-latch another try.
Okay, Megan, back in 2 feet, and I'm watching. I see about four-ish at the boot plate.
Okay, 2 feet towards the telescope, 4 feet of clearance.
Looking good. Okay, stop motion.
Motion stopped.
Okay, Mass, I just want to understand how far can we go with this, and what are the implications if I over torque and break the bolt?
Sure, you want to know. Houston Atlantis, you might have copied Drew's question. We know the failure torque on this bolt is 57.1 foot-pounds. We had the MTL set at 45. What the crib sheet says is if we don't get it to break here, we're going to reconnect the ground strap and blind mate connector. So I guess Drew's just wondering how hard he should try on this A-latch. If you have any words for us, we'd appreciate it.
Atlantis Houston, we copy that, and thanks for asking. There's actually no issue with having the latch taken all the way to the failure point. The instrument should still function, so Drew can have at it, and you're correct. If we get to that point, we will need to reconnect the ground strap and blind mate connector, and we'll just leave it as is.
Okay, so Drew is good to use everything he's got then to try to break the torque here. Is that correct?
Mass, I'm sorry, you were stepped on. Say again.
So in other words, he can use what he needs from his strength to try to break the torque. Is that what you're telling us?
That's exactly right. And as soon as he does, if he's successful, start to have some motion in the latch, we'd like him to go ahead and stop at that point.
Okay. Thanks, Dan.
Okay, but I think we understand that if it breaks, then wide field stays in.
What John said is correct.
Thanks. Okay, here we go. I think I got it. It turned. It definitely turned. Yep, it turned. And it's turning easily now. Very nice.
Okay, and Atlantis Houston for EPA, we copied and saw that. That's great news. At this point, we'd like to put the MTL back in series with the short adjustable.
Hey, Dan, it's I can do that, but it's just free spinning now. I mean, it's loose. I don't think it broke. I think it's loosely spinning.
Okay,
How does the torque you put in?
We copy that, and
compared to 45. Too close? It's hard to say. I tried to give it a little extra push right at the end there, and I don't know if it was just on the edge of opening the jaws or. Okay, but it was about as engaged as it was before. The socket looked to be the same depth. So you didn't do a whole lot more push, though, than you did with the 45. No, I think it was probably pretty close, but, I mean, it broke right away, so as soon as it came on, it went off. Okay. And it looks like you got your half turn. I got my half turn. Okay.
Atlantis Houston for EVA, we're happy that this is all working out pretty well. We show ourselves now back in the nominal timeline, step 10 for Drew.
Okay, and do we want to reconfigure the ratchet now, then, get it back to nominal for the White Belt 3 install?
Yeah, I think that's what Dan was saying, Drew, if we can get the MTL back in series with the hybrid
and the hybrid
on your ratchet.
Okay, Megan, 2 feet away, please. And Matt, you want the normal MTL,
2
right?
feet away.
Okay. Atlantis Houston, we're copying that discussion. We agree the reconfiguring with the normal MTL. That sounds like a good plan to us.
The last little bit of elbow grease by Drew Feustel appeared to work.
Either one of the sockets, either the short adjustable or the hybrid.
I think we need the long one for the...
We'll use the hybrid for later.
Yeah.
Atlantis Houston, that's a good point, Mass. I think for wide field 3, the hybrid would be what we'd want, so I'd probably opt for that.
Okay.
So Drew Feustel now will reconfigure his pistol grip tool with the hybrid extension, which is a little bit longer extension. That's actually required for installation of the new camera. So he'll now reconfigure for the pistol grip tool so that that will be the tool to use to rotate the bolt the rest of the way out now that he has broken the torque, broken the not broken literally, but broken the torque on the bolt itself. He needed to free that bolt before backing it out completely. It's about a 22 turn back out using the pistol grip tool with the hybrid extension that you saw earlier.
It was, they say tricky. Yeah. Really good job, Drew. The whole team. And Matt, as much as I hate to admit it, that handrail was cold.
Okay.
Okay. Contingency MTL on socket caddy. Good pull test.
Copy,
Good
Drew.
attempt. Nominal MTL back on. Good pull test.
Okay, and you can stow that on, once you get the socket on, you can stow it on your mini workstation.
Roger. Okay. A-latch tool, hybrid back on. Good pull test.
Copy, Drew.
Everything looks secure on the tool board. Thanks, Joe, for checking. Okay. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. Okay, Megan, I need, probably just come towards the telescope mast. I still need to get a tether back on it, and I need to wake up my PT.
Correct. You need to attach your RET, and you need to get your PGT ready.
Coming towards the telescope.
Cal passed. LED test. Battery 39.35. Ready for settings.
Drew, we'd like Alpha 3.
Set.
Counterclockwise 2.
Set.
10.5.
Set.
Drew, we'd like 22 turns on the A-latch at 3 spins.
Okay. And Megan,
Motion is stopped. What else do you need?
that looks good. Stand by. 1 foot left.
1 foot left.
6 inches left, please.
6 inches left.
And guys, you know we have our usual note of what to see. In this case, it might be particularly important to make sure the A-latch is working correctly.
I concur. 1.125.
You got it.
Thanks.
Motion stopped.
Thanks, Meg. Chase it loose away. Yep. Okay. Break your email. Yeah.
And Drew Foystel now ready to back that attach bolt for wide field planetary camera 2 all the way out. It should be about 22 turns now that he has broken the torque on that bolt.
Okay.
The extra long extension on the pistol grip tool will be required for installation of the new camera, which is a little bit deeper than with pick 2 is.
2. 3. Woohoo! It's moving out. 4.
Great job. Great news. Awesome.
5.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, stop moving. Can you? Yep, coming over. Okay. We'll do the usual. It's a little easier than it does in the pool. I think the layout's going to be perfect. Yeah, good. This is about, what, 660 pounds? Yeah. Something like that. Well, this has been in there for 16 years, Drew. It didn't want to come out. Kind of like a head bolt, you know? It likes what it's been doing, and it weighs 620 pounds to be exact. And it's been doing it well. 620, thank you, man. And we counted a total of 22 plus the half to 22 and a half turns on the A-latch. I guess it just decided to be a recalcitrant teenager. Yeah. Okay, Megan, you could center me up.
Copy.
Referencing the 16 years that the wide field and planetary camera has been in this position since it was installed on the first servicing mission back in December of 1993. That WIFPIC 2 now free, and the next step will be to carefully slide it out of the enclosure on the telescope, freeing that slot for the new wide field camera 3, which currently is still in its protective enclosure down in the payload bay. The removed camera will be temporarily stowed on a structure that John Grunsfeld prepared at the start of the EVA, which now is just passing through 2 hours, 5 minutes in duration.
How's that look, Drew?
It looks great. John, are you ready? I'm out of my... Getting out of your way. Clear? Clear. Okay, Megan, I'm ready to start coming out of the telescope.
Copy, coming out.
Okay, drop your hand down just a hair. There you go. First roller's out. Second roller. Drop your hand down again. Third roller. That's good. Here comes the end of the guide rail. Okay. The end of the guide rail is out. Copy. Looking good, Drew.
Drew Feustel on the end of the robotic arm. John Grunsfeld providing some eyes assisting with the guidance of the camera out of the...
Okay, the guide rails are outside of the labyrinth seal. Can you see over the top? Yep. Okay, you're doing a great job. Thanks.
How's the rate, Drew?
Continue, same rate.
Copy, continue.
Okay, the end of the instrument is through the labyrinth seal. Still have the mirror to go. Yes, I'm looking at the A-latch thread. I don't see anything unusual. Copy. The mirror is coming up to the labyrinth seal. The mirror is at the labyrinth seal. You can increase the rate slightly. Increase rate, Megan.
Copy, increasing the rate.
John, could you get a diver to hold up the mirror end? Sure. The mirror is just outside of the telescope. The mirror is 1 foot outside the telescope. Okay, increase rate, Megan. Roger, see it.
Copy.
Clear for the maneuver. You are clear for the maneuver. Go for the maneuver, Megan.
Copy, going to aft fixture.
And the Wide Field Planetary Camera 2 is clear of the structure of the telescope, and now Foista will be maneuvered by Megan MacArthur to the temporary stowage location along the left side of the payload bay.
Clear to go and take a look if you need to. Thank you. Yes, the connector plate is on the fourth guide stud for the blind mate.
Copy, John.
Guide rails both look clear. There's no MOI interference. And I can see nothing abnormal with the PA latch at all. No debris.
That's great news, John. You guys did a great job getting the A latch
Camera's going to be
undone, and glad to hear it looks like it's good to put the new camera in.
I see 2 RSUs with your name on it. Yours and Bueno's names on it.
All right. I'll get to those tomorrow.
I don't see any white Delrin, and this is ultimately cool for me to be able to look up through the optical bench. I see 3 nice FGS mirrors. I'm going to head down, and I'll give you a glove inspection at the bottom.
Thanks for the great report. John, if you want to pause for a second.
350 miles above the Sudan in Africa.
Thanks, John.
Thank you. Megan, you're clear to start aft.
Megan, copies.
John Grunsfeld just moments ago reviewing the opening where the new wide field camera will be installed now that WIFPIC 2 is out. The first time this camera has been out of the telescope since December of 1993. He was referencing the rate sensor units that Mike Massimino and Michael Good will replace on the second spacewalk scheduled for Friday.
And you guys got the boot plate over the left side?
Good clearance, Drew.
Thanks. Maybe it's the next time I come down at the end.
Yeah, we just got a little delayed with the removal.
Yeah.
While Drew Foistel, with assistance from Megan MacArthur, temporarily stows the Elder WIFPIC 2 camera on the temporarily stowage platform, John Grunsfeld is now translating down the telescope and back up to the forward portion of the payload bay to assist with the retrieval of the new camera from the its protective enclosure on the forward super lightweight interchangeable carrier.
Megan, I show about 2 to 3 feet aft.
Megan, copies.
Looking good. And I'm ready to start down.
Megan's bringing you down.
Okay, Megan, can we stop down? And no more aft, but I do need to come starboard or towards my feet. And let's move 1 foot.
1 foot starboard towards your feet. And if you could, Drew, go ahead and see your left, verify the stanchion is clear of the telescope as we come starboard.
Well, I can't really see it because I'm up against it. But what do you need? My sense is it's clear. All right, Megan, what do you need? Stop motion. Stanchion is well forward of the telescope.
Copy motion.
Planet
Stop.
Houston, near to ground 2 for sunrise, sunset protects.
Yes, I got the conductive Velcro.
Thanks, John.
WIFPIC 2 is Megan, my tether is clear and mass, the pin is in. Ready to move.
Copy, Drew. You're off to the forward fixture.
You guys okay with the WVS cameras? Where they're pointing?
Yeah, they've been great so far.
Okay.
Forward fixture, Drew.
Copy. Ready.
Landis Houston, near to ground 1 for sunrise, sunset, protect maneuvers. If Scooter or somebody could meet me on 2.
Scooter's on his way down.
Got it, Drew? I got it, John. Got it. The tether's on and closed? Yep. Yeah, I can't see up there. Okay. Mass, Drew has the... I got it. If you want to take me up, that would be better. I can reconfigure myself.
Megan is taking you up, and you're on your way to the W site.
Copy. And Mass, I think I'm on my way to the W site, too.
That's for both of you, and I have cautions and warnings for you. The caution is avoid contact with the wide field 3 radiator, and the warning is avoid contact with the wide field pickoff mirror.
Thank you, Mass.
And John, I see you're getting close. When you get there, you have 1 latch to go.
Thank you.
And you can open the lid.
Hey, Mass, where are we? The huge river down there.
Another sunset protect attitude. It'll be the same inputs as called out at 2030.
Hey, Drew, we're coming up on the coast of Africa right now.
Cool.
Looking ahead, if we end up there at 2249, you'd be inserting a sunrise protect, same inputs as the 2110 call out.
Yeah, all these handrails and latches are clean. I'm going to break torque on the zip nuts.
Thanks for the report, John.
This is a lot lighter than it is in the pool. Are you clear? Yeah, John, I'm clear. Thanks. Okay, my mystery is solved. Which was, I was worried I wouldn't be able to open this lid.
Looks like it's opening easily.
Yep.
Drew Foystel at the ready with the handhold now, as looking through the handhold down at John Grunsfeld as he opens the protective enclosure, exposing the new camera so that Drew Foystel can attach the handhold. Again, the 4 twist bolts you see there on the handhold, he will attach those and then basically reverse course and take the new camera up to its new home, the location that the Wide Field Planetary Camera 2, a little bit bulky, time consuming to get that bolt free, but it's out of the telescope and the opening is clean and ready to support the installation of the newest camera.
And John,
Matt?
we have a sunset now.
Thank you.
Over Nairobi.
Drew, ready to continue down?
Yes, Megan, let's come on down another 6 inches is probably all we need.
Copy.
Let's stop there.
Listen, stop.
Okay, you're over the longer one.
Atlantis has just moved into an orbital sunset as it crossed the coastline of Somalia, tracking southeasterly now across the Indian Ocean. Current altitude 350 statute miles.
Medium. Snuck them up. Okay, the 2 aft are snug. Okay, I'm coming up.
Copy the 2 aft. John will get the forward 2. And Drew, we have PGT settings for you for the vent valves.
We'll do the right one first. Megan, I'll go a foot and a half to the right.
Foot and a half to your right.
Good motion. Okay, man, 2 forward zip nuts are done.
Copy you. All zip nuts complete.
Ready for settings.
Drew, Alpha 2, counterclockwise 2, 5.5.
Alpha 2, counterclockwise 2, setting to 5.5.
That's great, Drew. You want to get the 2 vent valves, approximately 5 turns apiece, and they'll go to a hard stop.
Copy. Five turns each.
That's right.
If you can, there you go. A little bit more. That's good for that angle. Yep, that's a good angle. Okay, 5 turns now.
5 turns to a hard stop, approximately 5.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hard stop on the right. Okay, I see a good torque light. Megan, 3 feet left.
3 feet to your left. Motion stopped.
Can you give me another 6 inches left, please?
6 inches left.
Looks like a good angle. Fast 5 turns. Here we go.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 and almost 5.5 now. I see good torque.
Excellent job. Drew, we have new PGT settings for you. It'll be for the ground strap when you're ready.
Stand by. And Megan, if we could go 1 foot to the right.
The vent valves have now been opened on the new camera, and the requirement was only for one of those to be vented about 3 turns. Of course, both in this case worked fine. They both have been vented 5 turns. The next step will be to disengage the ground strap bolt on the new camera.
Alpha 3 set.
Counterclockwise 2.
So Drew Feustel is reconfiguring his pistol grip tool once again for the disengagement of the ground strap bolt. That should be 4 to 6 turns.
And this will be for the ground strap bolt, 4 to 6 turns.
Copy. We go. 1, 4, 5 turns. ground strap, bolt release. John's got the strap.
Okay, Drew, your next will be to transfer your PGT for John to hold while you get the EVA ratchet ready.
Man, that's stiff. Okay, coming up. Slowly.
Wait, do you want?
Heavy. Okay, I've got it. Ratchet ready, Mass.
Okay, Drew, counterclockwise. MTL set to 38. And with the hybrid extension, you want it fully extended. We'll see how this one goes. 1/2 turn.
Planet Houston, no need to respond. We'll have Radicom for the next 4 minutes.
And we should get television back in the next 15 minutes or so as Drew Feustel continues his work to prepare the new camera for installation in the telescope.
Checking out. Mass, have you got your eyes on the lid?
We do.
You gonna clear?
Yes, John, it will.
Okay, thank you. Okay, one latch. Mass.
I see that, John. Back to the telescope, John, and redo your fair lead at the soap.
Thanks, Mass. Good work.
2 hours, 40 minutes into the spacewalk. Drew Feustel on the end of the shuttle's robotic arm being maneuvered up by Megan MacArthur back to the telescope with the new improved wide field camera 3.
Good timing, Drew. And Megan. Look a little bit high, Drew. About 5 or 6 feet out at the mirror. Okay. And I think, Megan, you're still working the altitude, right?
I positioned you a little bit high per our pre-flight training. If you want to be lower, I can do that. I'm ready to start bringing you in here. I'm just cleaning up the attitude.
Think about a foot high, maybe, John? Foot and a half? Yep. Oh, you can drop it down a little, Megan. Let's get a little closer to get a better...
Copy. I'll start bringing you in and down a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, guys, we're going to be driving that A-latch soon. Remember the note.
Thanks, Matt. Okay, Megan, let's stop here and bring it down about 6 or 8 inches.
Copy down 6 inches.
Okay, and you can pitch down slightly on the mirror. A little bit more. Keep coming down on the mirror.
How's that look in altitude?
That looks high to me. Yeah, 6 more inches down, Meg.
Copy. Coming down 6 more inches.
How's the pitch look, John? Kind of hard. Looks like the mirror's slightly pitched up. Yeah. Good. Right about there. Okay, and the pickoff mirror is 2 feet out from the labyrinth field.
Good altitude?
Yeah, I think let's start with this and start moving in, John. I can for sure get into the opening, right, and then we can adjust. But I think we'll have it about right. Okay.
Copy. Coming in.
The installation of the new camera is essentially the reverse of the removal of the previous camera. John Grunsfeld located just to the left of the installation point to provide some eyes-on help with the guidance of the new instrument since Drew Feustel's view is blocked obviously by the camera itself.
The pickoff mirror is coming up on the labyrinth field. Pickoff mirror is in the labyrinth field.
The new wide field camera 3 has a mass in space of about 890 pounds.
It's down just slightly there. That's good. A-latch is past the labyrinth field. Watch the radiator, John. It's coming up on you. Thanks. Road strip is coming up to the labyrinth field. You're 1 foot out from the guide rail. I see the radiator. Drew. Copy. 5, 4, 3, stop mode. 2.
Motion stopped.
On the left, John. Okay, keep bringing it in. Slight, ever so slightly to the right. Okay, that's the guide rail. Pitch down. Okay, you're in. Bear left. This looks good. You're in the guide rail. Can Megan start coming back in? Roll looks good.
Coming in.
Watch from the radiator too. Bring your end down about half an inch. Good. First roller's going in. Bring your end down slightly. Okay, that's good. Second roller is in. I'm backing off. Okay. About 3 inches to go. You're there. Keep coming, Megan.
Copy, continue.
Okay, stop motion.
Motion stopped.
Okay, I've got a hand on it. Copy. Nice job. Nice work. Daylight first.
DGT for the ALATs, Drew, when you're ready.
Okay, Megan, I'll need to come down 2 feet. And left 6 inches.
Down 2 feet, left 6 inches.
A new camera now installed. The next step will be to engage the bolt or the A latch, again expecting about 22 turns on the pistol grip tool settings.
Set. 10.5.
10.5 is set.
Drew, 22 turns on the A latch. It'll go to torque.
Copy. 22 turns. Torque.
Motion stopped.
Thank you. Good angle.
Okay, it's engaged. Ready?
Ready.
One. 2.
Moving in.
3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 2.
Still moving.
20, 22 3/4. Green light on the torque.
one.
Can you say again, total turns, did you get 22?
Let's say 22 and 3/4. 22 and 3/4, yeah.
22 and 3/4, thanks. You can transfer your PGT to Sean,
I think I'm just going
and then we'll work the EVA ratchet.
That'd be good. Right here. Yeah. Ready with the ratchet, man.
Okay, Drew. Clockwise, MTL 38. And we want a final torquing of 1/2 turn. Look for the MTL slip.
Okay, I got clockwise 38 set. I think you're familiar with the MTL slip.
Yes, we will embrace the slip this time.
To thank all Bruce and everybody for all the CrossFits.
With the A latch firmly engaged, Drew Feustel will now switch to the multi-setting torque limiter one more time. This time he wants to see it slip. That will prove that he's got the bolt fully engaged on the new camera.
There we go. About a quarter? Maybe not quite that much. I felt it turn a little bit. Yeah, I was watching the pocket end. There's a fine line between, yeah. Megan, can we come up 6 inches?
Up 6 inches.
I'd like to just make sure.